to take a slightly different tack this afternoon, because my journey over the last couple of years is to take a fair few places, and I wanted to make sure that we have a really strong foundation, because there's no point in being really super efficient and great at our technique if we don't have anyone to deliver it to. And really coming back to the foundation is that we need to make sure that our attitude is right to begin with, so that we can attract the patients that we need to into our practice. Are you going to take me the whole time?
No, just a minute here and there.
So my talk has a couple of headings. I really didn't know what to call it, but I started with change your attitude, change your life, and also known as asset-based thinking. So my first question to you today is, are you a healthcare leader? How committed are you to leading your community to optimal health? What is your vision, and do you actually have one? Some of you in the room should. In fact, most of you should have some sort of vision. And what was it when you first came out of college? Have you shrunk it, or has it gotten bigger since then? Is there a bit of a difference there? Because I know sometimes life gets in the way, we can get distracted, our vision can sometimes become very, very small. But the path to true success is to find something that you love to do and then just dedicate your life to it. And we are so lucky being chiropractors. So what are some of the key features of a leader? Well, leaders make decisions quickly and they change them slowly. Alright, is that something that's in your character trait? Yes, no? And they deal with problems straight away. Now, quite often we'll have a problem come up, and a lot of people will do this thing about, well, if I sort of ignore it, it might go away. Or it's really not that big of a problem, so I'll just sort of let it sit by the by. What tends to happen to those problems when we let them go? Stop reading ahead, by the way, I'm over here. I should have wore a board and wore revealing topless.
Wow.
Sorry, Rob.
They grow.
You can edit that. So they grow. They grow. The problems grow.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Anyway, so if we use aversion as our technique, it's usually not very efficient, and the problem will keep getting bigger. So we tend to get little taps on the shoulder. Little taps on the shoulder, taps on the shoulder, taps on the shoulder, and it may be a little issue, and sometimes it becomes a very big issue. Sometimes the tap on the shoulder can go on for years and years and years and years and years, and then you need the Mack truck. And when the Mack truck hits you, my goodness, don't you know about it? But you have to make a change then, don't you? Alright? You do or you die. So leaders are not victims, they're victors, no matter what happens. And then we've got the other thing down the bottom, which is environment. So that's the people we hang around with, the books we read, or the magazines, trashy mags, TV, the internet we read, all that sort of stuff. That environment's going to have an input into us as well. So, just to run back, because I didn't want you to cheat on my notes. Actions, behaviours and decisions. Willpower, unable to create long-term change. As soon as there is a stressor, we fall back upon our foundation. If the foundation is still the same as it was before the change, the same old programs, actions, behaviours and decisions return. You must look to the other 90% to create change. So changing the programs of your mind is the key to lasting change in life, and I've already given you one strategy for that. Paradigms are formed through the repetition of thoughts, ideas, images, etc., and they are changed in the same way. Now, in yogic philosophy, because I'm actually a bit of a yoga buff, and they talk about the samskaras. Now, samskara is like a rut. So if you've got a car and you're driving along a dirt road and there's really big, deep ruts in the road, where do your wheels want to go? They want to slip back into the rut all the time. Are they hard to get out of? Yeah, they certainly can be. And of course, the more we drive down that road, do the ruts get smoother or do they get deeper? They get deeper. So if you keep doing the same thing over and over, those ruts are getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And then if you try to get out, how hard is it? It's even worse. You can't even get out. Okay, so samskaras. Your subconscious mind does not really have the ability to discern whether something is real or imagined. It's also unable to reject an idea. So this is really important because when we're putting stuff into our brain, we need to make sure it's good stuff, don't we? Because we don't want to build bad samskaras. We don't want to build bad ruts where we can't get out of. So we're consciously taking in stuff all the time through our sight, our hearing, and our smell, and all the things that we're observing. So that's going in, and we get to choose which bits of information we agree with and which ones we don't, and then we have other bits that we will let filter down into the subconscious mind. Once it's in there though, and we believe it, we're in trouble, because we're going to start building a road of a little samskara. So if it's a good one, we're happy. If it's a bad one, we've got trouble. Amazingly, it's the subconscious mind that is responsible for the results that we achieve through our bodies. The body is the instrument of the mind.